and I'm going to start with a question. How many in the audience has read the Hunger Games trilogy? Okay. It's more common that people have watched it, so how many have watched the first one? Okay. It's been a very successful project of Suzanne Collins. Among many others, the Hunger Games movies has won many Golden Trailer Awards, Grammys for the music in the film, MTV Music Movie Awards, People's Choice Awards, Teen Choice Awards, and the New York Times bestseller. The trilogy may be a great read for entertainment, but if you look a little deeper, there are many hidden details that the author includes. Fans have done intensive research behind even the names, the places that they use in the novels, just for entertainment. Although the movie brought this trilogy a lot of its fame, the novels are also remarkable for many reasons. In this speech, I will provide a brief background of the author and how she came up with the trilogy's plot, and even briefer plot lines since a lot of you have heard of the story. And also I'm going to discuss some of the meanings behind the names and significances that the characters have. For starters, Suzanne Collins, the author of the Hunger Games trilogy, has been busy writing for many years. Time magazine proclaims Collins writes with raw power. According to a biography, that she's been writing television shows and series since 1991. Another of her famous series is the Hunger Games Chronicles. From the start, Suzanne Collins has been intrigued with action, mythology, sci-fi, romance, and philosophy. In a Scholastic interview with Suzanne Collins, she explains, "In keeping with the classical roots, I send my tributes into an updated version of the Roman gladiator games. I was channel surfing between reality TV programming and actual war coverage when Katniss's story came to me." So she was just watching TV one night when Hunger Games' whole plot line came to her mind. So she took this idea and created the plot, and that's what I'm going to go into now. From the beginning of the novel, the reader automatically finds out that the main character, Katniss, lives in a very, very poor district of Panem, which is a futuristic North America. To receive assistance from the capital, the districts have to sacrifice 2 of their children, a boy and a girl, to play in the Hunger Games to the death. Initially, Primrose, Katniss's younger sister, gets chosen, but Katniss volunteers in place of her to fight alongside Peeta Mellark, which is another boy in her district. From there, the 2 tributes are mentored by the drunken and sarcastic Hamish Abernathy until the Hunger Games begin. Throughout the games, it's a very hard struggle, and they almost die repeated times. But there's a surprise announcement, and it says that if two district members survive at the end, then there can be 2 winners. So as the rules change, Peeta and Katniss find each other and they win. But the game makers decide, I'm going to try to change the rules again, but they outsmart them. The Katniss and Peeta outsmart them. Katniss and Peeta Hamish learn that the capital are very angry at the Defiance, and that's how the story ends. Now, even though the story is a great read, I'm going to now delve a little deeper into some significance in the names that Susan Collins uses. The main character's name of Katniss has extraordinary depths of hidden significance. Katniss is a plant that is extremely helpful in desperate conditions, and Katniss ends up helping Peeta survive, and she's the only way that he'll survive, so that's kind of a good twist in the story. Katniss also has a significance because Katniss's #1 skill is shooting a bow and arrow, and it's proven fact that Native Americans used to use Katniss plants' leaves as arrowheads, so there's a good twist that Suzanne uses when she writes. Peeta's name is no different. Peeta was a son of the only bakers in District 12, and Peeta is also a form of bread. Although Collins never gives reason to what significance his first name is, the victor's mentor, Hamish Abernathy's last name was no coincidence. Slate Culture's blogger Miriam Krul states, Ralph Abernathy was a leader in the civil rights movement and is a fighting namesake for the revolutionary Hamish. The reader will learn more of Hamish's character in the following books, but he will learn that Hamish becomes a very determined character whose heart aches for change, similar to that of Ralph Abernathy. After all of this, in conclusion, I hope you have learned something more about the popular trilogy, or that my speech has given you the last urge to read these novels. I have learned through this research that authors might have as much fun writing the books than the readers do reading it. The school library journal says of the work in a starred review, Collins' characters are completely realistic as they form an alliance and friendships in the face of overwhelming odds. The plot is tense, dramatic, and